Happy New Year, my Fox Body brothers. Let's get this party started. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing an end of the year review of my channel and some of the best videos that I've had this year. So join me today, New Year's, and let's talk about some Fox Bodies. All right, man. Let's just get straight into talking about what we got to talk about today. Happy New Year's. 2020 is finally out of the way. What do we look forward to in 2021? The first thing I want to tell you is I want to say thank you for making me one of your favorite content creators here on YouTube. I didn't really expect for it to go this far, and I know I've spoke about this in my 10K subscriber video. I want to reach out and talk to you guys about where this channel's headed. First things first, I want to say thank you for subscribing, for the watch time, for the likes, the dislikes, the comments. I appreciate all that stuff because that stuff's very important to a YouTube video. So today we got a special treat. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna talk about Fox Body Mustangs and the best videos that I've had this year to date. Since it's the end of the year review, I didn't get a chance to do this in 2019, so we're gonna check out 2019's videos as well, and maybe you guys might enjoy it. So let's just get right into it. First off, before we start talking about our videos, I just wanted to explain to you guys that channel evolution is everything. You can go back and look at some of my oldest channel videos, and they aren't very good. And they aren't really good at all until 2019 when I started actually picking up a camera and putting time into it. So the channel, the evolution of your channel, never forget where you came from. And always be humble about YouTube. A lot of you guys are much like I am. You're just an avid Mustang, Fox Body, Ford lover. And I want to share all my things that I do with these things with you. And hopefully you enjoy them. So let's get into the videos that I wanted to talk about. We're going to start with 2019. And we're going to start with this video here. Project Hot Wheels. Project Hot Wheels, this video right here. Can a bone stock motor run a 10-second quarter mile? Literally blew up in no time. And it was probably my best video I've had versus the time it's been up on my channel. Project Hot Wheels, this video actually got 40K views since August of 2019, which is really good for my channel. It actually did very well. I had a lot of people not like it, but it had like 900 likes, so it was pretty good. So that's my #1 video in the past couple years. I basically took a bone stock motor and ran a 1090 with it. Full weight, full interior. I didn't even put a cage in that car. The second video here, as you can see, is me building the 500 horsepower motor that went into Project Hot Wheels. I went through every detail on the rings and the block and decking the block and showing you the stock cam that went in it, showing you the crankshaft, the bearings, the rings, all that jazz. So building the 500 horsepower motor had about 29K views. Pretty respectable. I think I put that one up in October or September. It was in the fall of 2019. So that was my #2 video. And I know some of my best videos that I'm talking about are over a year old because naturally they're going to be better than the ones that are this year because they've been up longer. But #3 from 2020, naturally, Project Hot Wheels. Right here, #3, Project Hot Wheels is at the dyno. And this is where we was making some power. Matter of fact, Project Hot Wheels went to the dyno 3 or 4 times, and if not more. And I think the most we pulled out of that car was I think we went 475 wheel on a bone stock motor with a piece together on-3 kit that I actually reinforced. With a Chinese on-3 70mm turbo that had been rebuilt by me. Wasn't balanced. I mean, I could have got more power out of that motor, but I did what I did with what I had. And that car was basically the basis of my channel because that's where Black Car used to be years ago when we first started this channel. My #4 video from 2020 right here actually surprised me the most. Had about 21K views and it was my #4 video in 2020. It was when I got my T56 back in my Black Car, we were running 9s on a stock bottom N351. So that video was super hot. It was actually part of a Grudge Night series at my local track. And I had a great time filming that. I actually had like 10 episodes I made on that. It basically covered a lot of me and what me and Cousin Paul and Mike and some of my other YouTube friends like Tony Conley, and we were just racing. We were having a good time. So, and finally, my number 5 video from 2019 was, will a 351 fit in a Fox body under a Fox body hood? Naturally it did. I did show how I did it. It has a lot to do with the fact that the Cobra R hood has the different waves in it. So it was able to actually clear the TPS. And if you actually see on the top of my motor, the TPS literally sat and almost punched a hole in my motor. So, all right, so now that I talked about the top 5 videos from 2019, I get to compare now to 2020. And my number 1 video from my channel in 2020 was literally explaining the differences between 302 and 351 in a Fox body. Now that video was definitely pretty hot. Obviously we have the 363 in here now, but the 351 went to a 408, which went in the white car, which is in the trailer, getting ready to go down to Big Dog Fabrication. So that video actually hit about 12,000 views, and I don't think I've only had it up for a few months, 3 or 4 months, which isn't terrible for my channel, but considering the fact that it doesn't actually have a 351 in it anymore, it kind of makes it irrelevant. Number 2 video actually surprised the shit out of me. It's actually the video when I brought you to the black car, and you can see it right here, when I first took it to the dyno because it just made too much boost and we bent a rod. Like I had mentioned in my 363 video, I had just bought brand new wheels, 315s on the back. I was going for a test run to give it a bath, and boom, there goes the rod. It was just knocking, that rod was just knocking like it wanted to come home. And that video had around 10K at this point, which actually made it kind of my underdog video for 2020, made it surprised. But considering 2020 didn't have a lot of really good things go on with it as far as racing and dyno, and because of the COVID thing, you know, we had to do what we had to do. Now we can't talk about 2020 videos without talking about Dad's car, yo. So check this video out here. Number 3 channel was my GT40 versus stock intake video. That video is sitting at around 11,000 views, where I basically took Dad's car and took the stock intake off of it and put the GT41 on it and went to the dyno and actually showed you a real world comparison on what and how much more horsepower to actually make. NA and with a small supercharger. You can't get any better than that. That's real world experience. And I had a lot of fun with Dad's car this year. So naturally you couldn't say anything about what were the best videos of 2020 without actually talking about that car. So number 4's video for 2020 is actually a surprise video. These videos, much like I did in 2019, I did the Grudge series at Thompson Drag Raceway, the different episodes. I did like 10 episodes. But here you can see I did a short 2.5 minute video, which I think was this is where the 427 was against the 460, 2 coupes at the track. Basically, I was calling these Easter egg videos because they were just simple. I would upload them right there at the track. They'd be like 2 minutes long, give you a little something to watch, not too long to take up your time, boom, it's done. That thing's sitting at around 9,000 views, and I think that one's only been up for about 3 or 4 months, much like the other GT40 one, so that was pretty cool. So number 5's video probably will not be of any sort of surprise. Advanced tips and tricks of OM3 installation and what made me successful. If you look at this video right here, this basically shows me, I went through this video, took the time to explain to you on Project Hot Wheels what it did that made me successful. Or some of the tips and tricks that's made me successful along the years in the black car, turboing the black car, when we turboed the blue 2-tone car, the black coupe, the Project Hot Wheels. I've had 6 or 8 different turbo cars on this channel. I thought that was probably one of the most useful videos that I've ever had. Let me get real with you for a minute. Where are we headed with the YouTube channel and what to expect in 2021? Well, as you know, we got the 363 rolling here. We're gonna try to do NA with nitrous. Dad's car we're gonna be building another motor for. So when we do break it, if we ever do, we're gonna put a turbo on it and we're gonna get it ready. And of course the white car is on its way. So we got 3 cars on the channel that's gonna be getting a considerable amount of vlogging. On top of me sharing my thoughts about, you know, certain products out there and some of my experiences with Fox bodies, I would like to sit here and I would like to talk to you about some of the tips that's made my channel a little more successful. My thumbnail. I've definitely stepped up my thumbnail game. And it's just about learning the editor more than it is learning or having somebody tell you how to do it. I like to get real creative with a lot of my thumbnails, which kind of hurts me in a way sometimes. And sometimes even the most simple thumbnails are the easier ones. Number 2, content. Make the content about what you think it needs to be about. Have your kick in it. A lot of the content that we have on YouTube is regurgitated multiple times. You know, other content creators talk about this or talk about that. T5 swap, stance video, how to make your car faster, what's the first mod you should do, HCI, which is a very popular one. Everybody has a different take on it. For all you guys that are vlogging, that people are still gonna watch your take on what you think of that. And that's really cool, and that makes it unique because it's unique to what you think it should look like. And probably the 3rd biggest tip of the channel is consistency. Live streamings count, but being consistent with your videos. It's almost like homework to the extent that it's like, man, I gotta do a YouTube video today, and if you're an upcoming channel like mine was at one point, because we were all there at one point, that is probably one of the most important things is consistency. I mean, there's some good content if you go out there and look, guys, of some of these other channels, and like I was just saying, persistence and consistency is everything. Without further ado, that is my end of the year review for my channel. But if you enjoyed it and you've watched this far, thank you for watch time. That's an important analytic. Please hit a like, please hit a comment, because comment is also another analytic that YouTube picks up on. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you're gonna do with your channel. Tell me what I should do in my channel if there's stuff that you'd like to see coming up. I appreciate everyone for watching. I appreciate everyone for subscribing. Thank you for 2020, and I look forward to 2021. Please be safe. See you soon.